I now call upon stage Professor Sampadananda Mishra, Director, Center for Human Sciences, Rishi Hood University, Sonipat, for a talk on digital Sanskrit, Sanskrit texts in the age of technology. Professor Sampadananda Mishra is Director, Center for Human Sciences, and he also holds the position of Dean Culture at the University of Rishi Hood, Sonipat. He was Associate Editor of the collected works of Vasishtha Kavya Kanta Ganapati Muni, published in 12 volumes. In the year 2014, Shri Mishra founded Samskrita Bala Sahitya Parishad. Recently, Dr. Mishra has launched a monthly e-magazine for children in Sanskrit called Saptavarna. He is recipient of the President's Award, Maharishi Vyasa Samman, Sahitya Academy Bal Sahitya Puraskar, and Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyaya recognition for re-engineering India by the Rethink India organization. Let us welcome Professor Sampadananda Mishra.
Namah Sarvebhya. It's always a challenge nowadays whether to speak using English or we speak in Sanskrit or in our own mother tongue or in the official language of India. But since the program has started with English, so let me use the English language to address to you all. Sanskrit texts and how do we preserve, disseminate using the technology. So I have been working in this field for a long time, and I use technology for the dissemination and for preservation, and we have created a lot of platforms. And let me share a little bit of a journey of mine through this technology. In 2002, my first book was published. It's called The Wonder That Is Sanskrit. So most of the popular examples that you will be hearing a lot of times, they are taken from The Wonder That Is Sanskrit. And it was during that time I started working on a project called Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It is not that before that there was nothing digitally available on the Bhagavad Gita. There were a few CD-ROMs. But I wanted a little more innovation in the presentation. So by 2005, I produced 2 CD-ROMs because that time nothing much was available to us except CD-ROMs. Now it is completely outdated. So this CD-ROM presented Srimad Bhagavad Gita entirely with word by word meaning, grammatical analysis. You can listen to the voiceover. You can read the commentaries, English and Hindi translation, and so many other features. Along with that, I started the digital version of The Wonder That Is Sanskrit and a short presentation on Avadhan Kala. That all happened by the time 2005. Moving ahead, I started going out of India to interact with many people, many scholars. And by 2013, I found that even though internet is available to us, but not much content is available on the internet for the promotion of Sanskritam. So in 2013, I initiated absolutely on my own and single-handedly, I launched on the 15th of August the first ever 24 by 7 Sanskrit radio called Divyavani Sanskrit Radio. This Divyavani Sanskrit Radio, till date, I am managing it single-handedly. Content is mine, resources are mine, technology is mine. Everything single-handedly I am managing for last 10 years. 24 by 7, anytime, anywhere you are, you can use your Alexa, Google Home, your television, your smartphone. Just say Divyavani Sanskrit Radio and it will start playing varieties of contents in Sanskrit. In 2014, I launched another program, especially to bring Sanskrit to the children of India, Samskrita Bala Sahitya Parishad. So we have a Facebook, very active Facebook page. If you go, almost on a daily basis, we put some content which is available for the children. Rhyming songs, small video, conversations. Lot of posters. We have around 700 small posters which we have created, which are used by hundreds of teachers in India in their classroom while teaching at the primary level. 2016 was a remarkable year again, where we launched VMLT. VMLT is Vande Mataram Library Trust. The whole idea of launching this Vande Mataram Library Trust was to showcase that it's not, because there were people who were claiming that in India there are no scholars, they do not know how to translate. I mean, these were the news items on the newspaper, and Indian investors are investing money in the foreign universities, hiring foreign scholars to translate our sacred texts. So Vande Mataram Library Trust was launched to preserve our sacred texts using technology, using Indian scholars, not foreign scholars, and maintaining the authenticity. So I will just give you a little bit of presentation of BMLT website. How do I access the internet? Give me a minute. Yeah. Okay. I'll put the address there. Yeah, so in 2016, we started this vmlt.in. I'll just make a presentation of what we have created here. But in 2018, we again, the same content that you will see here, all of you use WhatsApp, right? Please save this number 93100. I'll repeat 93100. And you see the magic that you have it on your palm top. 93100 81872. 93100 81872. You can save it in the name VMLT. And then in the WhatsApp, just type Om. Then you will be guided. So it's a WhatsApp bot which we created in 2018. You just put the reference of the Gita, like chapter 2, verse number 53. Then it's available within a few seconds on your message box. You want to listen, put audio. You want the grammatical analysis of the words, put DICT, dictionary. So everything is, so same thing we have done for the Upanishads and for the Veda. You will be guided through, just type Om, and then you see what instructions you get, and then whatever you want, you will get it. So that's something we did it for WhatsApp users. It's called WhatsApp Bot 2018, before anyone had started something like this. For the Gita, Vedas and Upanishads, we did this. VMLT, one of the major works which we have taken up is NCC. NCC is a new catalogus catalogram, which is a project of Madras University. It's a 50 years project. So you can see here we have given the entire credit to University of Madras. Our whole purpose was to digitize the entire 42 volumes. We did it using our own resources. We have not asked the Government of India, any other organization. We have spent from our own trust and then digitized all the 42 volumes and then presented it here. Now thousands of researchers are using this website. I mean, there is also apps application which many people use all over the world to get access to the content of new catalogus catalogram. Otherwise, who will buy 42 volumes? Who will keep 42 volumes? How to search? And then we have made the search also absolutely very user friendly. This is one thing. Then we have books here, so that there is a portal called Digital Corpus of Sanskrit. So there are many texts which have been worked out. What we have done here, we have taken the texts from here, around 300 texts. So any text you want, say for example, like you go to Agni Purana and you select a chapter. So any chapter, say chapter 14, you select. Now you see the text will appear in this manner here, right? So you can say that, so what's so fun about it, that there are plenty of websites where you find all these texts. But now you click here on any sentence, so you will get that vakshe is from the root vach. And here you have the grammatical analysis of it. It is a verb, it is first person, singular, future tense. So that's the grammatical status of vakshe in the sentence, in the verse. Then second, you have buddhavataram. So it's a compound word, buddha and avatara. And avatar word, the total compound is in, it's a noun, it's accusative case, it's singular, masculine. Now if you want, like, what does avatar mean? What does vach mean? What does buddha mean? So you can click, then it will link to the dictionaries where you can get, we have used Aptesh dictionary. So you can learn from here what is the meaning of the particular word and learn the grammatical status of the word in the sentence, and then teach yourself Sanskritam and the Shastram, both using these tools. So 300 books like this have been worked out. You go to Upanishads. So here we have all the principal Upanishads, and this is the most popular site when it comes to Upanishads. No one has, I mean, there are plenty of websites on the Gita, on the Vedas, but on Upanishads you won't find many websites except this. We have 11 principal Upanishads plus 88 minor Upanishads. So how we have presented, like suppose you go here, so you get the major Upanishads, and so suppose you go Ishopanishad, you can listen to the entire Upanishad in chanting. So all the verses are there, like if you click on any verse, you will get the Devanagari version, transliteration version in Roman, Anvaya, the meaning in English and Hindi, and the glossary word by word meaning. So this is a simple presentation of all the Upanishads. And then in Upanishads, you will have a memorable lines, characters. So there are plenty of characters, hundreds of characters in the Upanishads which we have picked up, and whatever information was available about the characters, we have given small notes. Questions asked by the Upanishads. Now we see our whole tradition, Adhyatmic tradition, is a quest for knowledge. And this quest is an unquenchable thirst which continues. That's where lies the beauty of our tradition, Sanatan tradition. So here, if you go to the Upanishads, which are presented in a Samvada style, Guru and Shishya Samvada, the Shishya raises questions, the Guru answers, or Guru raises questions to the Shishya, Shishya unable to answer, then Guru answers. Like you go to Dalaka, Shvetaketu, or you go to Bhrigu Varuna, you go to Satyakama and Haridramata Gautama. So there are questions, Kasmin, and what kind of questions? Kasminnu khalu bhagavo vijñāte sarvamidam vijñātam bhavati. Has humanity anywhere has asked such type of questions? So that was something very intriguing for me, and I have collected 350 questions from 250 available Upanishads and then presented it here. What kind of questions were asked during that time for which the Upanishads are answers? So questions from the Upanishads, quotes, Shantipata, and then stories from the Upanishads. So this is how the Upanishad is presented. Then the same way we have the Vedas. So here, suppose you go to Rig Veda, our whole focus is on Rig Veda. And they're presented, like suppose you go here, say on the first mantra, and there are plenty of other websites also which present this, but here we are presenting in the light of Sri Aurobindo. Like suppose you click here, you will get into the Padapatha, you will get into the Samhita Patha, Padapatha, and then you have Sri Aurobindo's interpretation. Sri Aurobindo has translated or interpreted the first mantra itself more than 21 times. So he kept on experimenting on this particular. Then you have Griffith's translation, Kapali Shastri's translation. Kapali Shastri is the one who has written the Siddhanjana Bhashya, which was verified by Sri Aurobindo. And after Sri Aurobindo left his body, Kapali Shastri ji stopped writing Siddhanjana Bhashya. When he was asked, he said, who is there to sanction? Confirm me that the meaning that I am writing is right. So every word of Siddhanjana Bhashya was verified by Sri Aurobindo. Then we have the Sayana Bhashya. Then you have Swami Dayananda Saraswati Bhashya. And so this is how the Rig Veda is presented. So this is what is our attempt in preserving the text, where we have taken this initiative to preserve the text with authentic translation, word by word meaning, grammatical analysis, and various other ways of creating applications. So all these are available on website, also available on as an application. So you can download, you can go to Play Store, iOS or Android. You can find Vande Mataram Library Trust, and all these applications are available, including NCC. So 2-3 more initiatives which I should mention. In 2019, a group of us, me, then there are 3 other people who come from a business background, because for me Sanskrit has to be linked with every walk of life. So I work with the entrepreneurs, startup mindset people, so that new ventures can be created in the field of Sanskrit to promote Sanskrit, and then combine both Sanskrit and business, Sanskrit and communication, Sanskrit and technology. So this interdisciplinary approach can help us taking Sanskrit to a greater height. So 3 entrepreneurs I met. So we decided that let's launch India's best language learning apps. And today we are India's best language learning apps called Language Curry, C-U-R-R-Y. So Language Curry is equivalent, because when I was advised by some of my friends that why don't you join hands with the Duolingo and then introduce Sanskrit through Duolingo, because Duolingo is one of the best language learning apps, pedagogy based, all over world, teaching all kinds of world languages. But here our promise was that let's create our own Duolingo here. So Language Curry, content dissemination, it's entirely pedagogy based. So if you go to Sanskritam, there are 26 levels. Each level has hundreds of lessons, very graded, very structured. So after you complete 26 level, you are fluent in Sanskrit. So we have in 2019 till 2024 till date, we have 2.5 million learners from 180 countries learning Sanskrit. At the same time, we are not teaching Sanskrit in isolation, because I believe that Sanskrit has to be linked with all Indian languages. So through language curry, you can learn Sanskrit through Tamil, learn Tamil through Sanskrit. You can learn any Indian language through any Indian language. That is the kind of technology we have provided. So 12 Indian languages we are promoting, and we are also language trainer to all the IAS officers, IPS officers in Masuri Academy. So we are the language trainer for them. Like someone from Uttarakhand comes to Tamil Nadu and then has to know Tamil. So language curry is the solution. So that's how we have created. These are my own initiatives. And another initiative is called devabhasha.in. That's also another website. So in 2003, I adopted a school for this pilot. So for me, I believe that Sanskrit, unless and until it is taught right from the childhood, it won't holds much value. So it helps immensely because the language is very highly structured, systematic, scientific. It helps immensely in the cognitive growth of the children. When the children are in their growing phase, if they are taught Sanskrit in a beautiful manner, pedagogy based, it helps improving their memory, their concentration, their observation power, their willpower, their original thought power, their logical thinking. It all happens automatically if Sanskrit is taught in a very structured and well thought out manner in the classroom. But the classroom teaching is important. So that's where we have created this Deva Bhasha curriculum. It's a textbook, 11 textbooks, where any school which is interested to introduce Sanskritam from playgroup to class 8. So I don't tie up with the schools. If the school doesn't agree to teach it from playgroup to class 8 compulsorily. If they say that no, I say Sanskrit is not a consolation. You have to teach it compulsorily from playgroup to class 8. Then only we will help you. So we have the textbook, we have the audio visuals, all the mantras, shlokas and rhyming songs and everything that we have on the textbook. We have the digitized version of that, very professional recording we have done. We have a teacher's training manual, we have lesson plans, bridge courses, worksheets, and a teacher's training model by which we train teachers. And today, Deva Bhasha is being taught in hundreds of schools where Sanskrit we have made compulsory from playgroup to class 8. So this is another initiative, and I'll just give you one example, maybe 2 minutes I will take you. How do we link the way of teaching Sanskrit? How it can help children? See, most of the times the teachers complain that we have to complete the syllabus. So where is the time to take care of improving their memory, concentration and observation? I said, no, you don't need to do that separately. You have to integrate it into the way of teaching. I'll give you one example how the Deva Bhasha teaching happens. See, for example, the children are familiar with the names of animals, right? You show them a picture, they will be able to say, Eshaha Simhaha, Eshaha Vyagraha, Eshaha Mayuraha, Eshaha Kakaha, right? Then we are teaching them Shashti Vibhakti in the entire curriculum, textbook, 11 textbooks. We have not used a single grammatical terminology. No Vibhakti, no Karaka, nothing. It's a language which is taught through, in a very natural way. So children learn the language, not the grammar. But every aspect of grammar, every part of speech is well taken care of through the content. Now the teacher goes to the classroom. That is where I have created, like around 1,000 different activities through which the children can be taught Sanskrit in a very fun manner. So now the teacher goes to the classroom for doing the revision of Shashti Vibhakti. Just remember, the Shashti Vibhakti revision is happening. At the same time, triggering the power of observation is also happening. Now the teacher goes with 2 sets of flashcards or PowerPoint or whatever technology is available. Most schools do not have their smart board, so they carry the physical flashcards. So we show them the picture, okay, Esha Simha, Esha Vyaghra. Then on the other side, we have the footprints of all the animals and the birds. Please note that even the adults cannot identify the footprints because we never observe. Okay. So children will fail. So the question that we put, Kasya Padachinnam. Kasya Padachinnam. They have to match, mix and match. They will fail. Now in the classroom, if the children are unable to say anything, you put a difficult question, then they lose their confidence, their interest. So that's where the teacher needs to apply the principles of education. So the principle of, one of the fundamental principles of education is from known to more known, from near to far, from what is to what would be. Okay. So from near to far, from known to more known. Now children will know, so teacher has to raise their confidence. So you show them the footprint of the elephant. They will immediately recognize it. And once they see it, they will say, Gajasya Padachinnam, Kukkurasya Padachinnam, Mayurasya Padachinnam. So Shashti Vibhakti Abhyasa and triggering the power of observation. And whenever we have done this in the classroom, believe me, next day, the children will come, they will trouble the teachers. Sriman, उसका मूंछ ऐसे है, उसका नाक ऐसे है, दांत ऐसे है, पूंछ ऐसे है, because something is triggered in the children. Then we take advantage of this to strengthen it more. Next day, Shashti and Saptami Abhyasa, next week. So remove the tail of the rabbit, fix it in the elephant, elephant's tail in the tiger, tiger's tail in the kukkura. So we put Kasya Pucham Kasmin. They will observe and say, Sriman, Kukkurasya Pucham Vyagre Asti. Vyagrasya Pucham Gaje Asti. Gajasya Pucham Sasake Asti. So Shashti Saptami Abhyasa, triggering the power of observation. Similarly, we have activities for memory, concentration, logical thinking, original thought powers, and so many other things that we have developed to teach Sanskrit in a very fun way and helping the children develop their inner cognitive faculties, strengthening their cognitive faculties. At the same time, we are using the best technology available to us in the classroom for disseminating this text. So these are some of my works which I have been working for last 3 decades. Thank you for inviting me here and presenting my thoughts before you. Dhanyavad.